Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Uncle Mad. Day 2 here of the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend, Friday, January 5th. That sounds right. Looser day than yesterday. We're gonna try to start taking it back a little bit, starting to try to ease into this later part of the weekend, go a little slower, take our time. It's already like 10:15, slept in, missed the chance to get a virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy today. Try to get one at 1 o'clock, see what we can do there. But it was good, I slept in. I needed the sleep, so I'm totally recharged, feeling really good today. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of go with the flow today. There's no hardcore plan. I'm gonna try to not be in my Disney brain of go, 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 go. I'm trying to pace myself to make sure I have some form of energy, some form of life left by Sunday, because 26.1 miles. Yikes. But I think we're gonna try to get some breakfast. We're gonna head over to Epcot because I do have a park pass for Epcot to start the day. From there, don't really know what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. We're just gonna play it by ear, like I said, and see where the day takes us. And before we head out for the day, I thought I'd check out the hotel breakfast buffet. Oatmeal grits, pastries, fruit, yogurt, some salads, deli meat, tots, eggs, bacon. It's kind of, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a little bit of like a Shoney's breakfast buffet. Alright, so keeping it simple, just got some eggs, potatoes, and bacon, the way breakfast was intended to be eaten. Decent little breakfast here at the Rosen Inn. They also had like a make your own Mickey waffle station that I didn't take part in. But yeah, it's a good way to start the day. I'm now gonna chill here. I don't usually do this. I usually mostly do Ubers, but like most good neighbor hotels in the Disney area offer complimentary shuttle service, so I'm gonna give that a shot this morning. See how that works out. The times they run them are kind of weird though. Like they come back way earlier than the park closed, so I'll definitely be returning via Uber, but why not try the shuttle once? Looks like our chariot has arrived. It's a much bigger vehicle than I was expecting. I was expecting we were going on a little church bus or something. Much more pleasant weather today than yesterday. Got a very ambitious plan today. I'm going to lay it out. This is what I've come up with. Got to go to Epcot first because that's where I've got the park pass. Check in here, see if I can grab a quick lightning lane, do something here, and head over to Disney Springs around noon. Try to get a virtual queue for Guardians at the 1 o'clock window. Go to Animal Kingdom, try to do a few things there. If I have secured the virtual queue for Guardians at 1, it'll probably be later in the day, like 5, 6. Come back to Epcot then and do that. That's where the plan ends. Let's see how this goes. Well, we already had at least one snag in the plan. I'm at Epcot. It's 11:10, and the earliest lightning lane I could get for at least for a ride that I'd want to do that I haven't already done on this trip was Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at 1:24, so over 2 hours from now. So maybe we'll go to World Showcase, walk around over there. It's where it sucks there's no festival going on right now. There's not the extra snacks and treats to try over there, but go to World Showcase, just maybe see what's going on. This has got to be just about as packed as I've ever seen the Mexico Pavilion. Just gonna pop into Cava Tequila, say hello to the bartenders there because they're good people, but the line for Cava Tequila is all the way back to basically the entrance to the pavilion, so I think that's gonna be a skip. The line for Three Caballeros, which is normally almost always a walk-on, is all the way out here. It's a shame the line for Casa Tequila was so long. I would have loved to stop and say hello to the bartenders, but might even got a margarita this time if I could have, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. This is as good a time as any to scroll through and see what all the wait times are looking like. It looks like this is sorted by lowest to highest, so you're seeing kind of the low stuff right here. A lot of the basic stuff, kiddie rides, shows, stuff like that. TTA is only 25 minutes, that's not so bad. It's over at Epcot though, or Magic Kingdom, idiot. 35 for Dumbo, Living with the Land, 35, which is insane. Yeah. Speedway, 40 minutes, what the heck? Spaceship Earth, 40 minutes, 45 for Spaceship Earth. Holy crap. Barnstormer 50, that ride lasts like 30 seconds. Dinosaur 50. Star Tours 55, haven't seen that big in a while. That's what she said. So we're getting into the real craziness. Big Thunder 75, Dinosaur 75, Everest 80, Jingle Cruise 85. Glad we got that in last night on a walk-on. Minnie's 90. Tower Terror only 90. Looks like Hollywood Studios is slightly less today. I'm at the wrong park. Epcot's crazy. Soarin' 100 minutes. Frozen 105. Test Track 105. Remy's 125. Ooh, Slinky Dog closed. So while I was looking at wait times, I thought this might be a good time to check Universal to see if I want to pop over there today. Doctor Doom 35, Fast and Furious 10, Haggard 150, it's always that way. Forbidden Journey 50, Rip Ride Rocket delayed for weather. What weather? 160 for Velocicoaster, good grief. Mummy 70, Hulk 75, Simpsons 50, Green Gut 65, Spider-Man 80, 45 for Transformers. Sheesh. 25 for Jurassic Park. Not many people want to do the water ride and get wet today. Might go over there later this evening. This is like, it's almost noon, so it's like peak time of the day right now. So this is probably as busy as it'll be, if not, you know, between now and like 3 o'clock. So maybe this evening Universal might be the spot to go. I don't know. We're figuring things out as we go today. Buddy of mine sent me a video this morning, ironically enough, on Instagram of what juggling looks like if you film them from above. It's wild. Hey! This bird just showed up at the bar in America for a cocktail. What type of beverage are we getting, sir? These are your choices.
At least he's not as bad as that.
Important reminder, this is where my dad was sitting when he decided to pour a Guinness into the lagoon. It occurred to me as I was walking around World Showcase just now, I think the ride lines at Epcot are worse than the other parks. Because the other parks are bad, but they're not near as bad as Epcot. But I think they're worse here because there's no festival, so there's no festival booths to redirect people to away from the attractions. So there's a lot more people lining up for the rides and attractions than would be throughout the rest of the year when there's constantly festivals going on and people are lining up for booths of special sweets, treats, snacks, and drinks. So I never thought about that before, because usually it wasn't this crowd last year. I don't know if it's because like the holiday kind of fell in a weird way where the holiday season ended up overlapping slightly with Marathon Weekend, whereas Marathon Weekend is usually after the holiday rush, but it's been weird for sure. But I think I cracked the code with figuring out the festival is causing the rides to be more busy. You know what? I was about to head out, but let's walk through Journey Water, see what this is all about. A lot of water. It's an important note. Make note of that. 100% definitely can see people refilling water bottles in here. Seems like a new version of the jumping fountains we saw yesterday. I guess there's an interactive element to it. Just the big statue lady thing. Stay away from that. Sometimes I'm at Disney World, I have to remind myself that I'm a tallish man in his mid-30s and not everything here is meant for me. Kids will want to hang out in there for like 12 hours. They'll spend their whole day in there. Me, I was just getting anxiety and like it's too crowded, there's too much water stuff happening, I gotta get out of here. Did a full loop around World Showcase and walked through the Moana thing, and there's still like 45 minutes till my Remy Lightning Lane, so I think I'm gonna head over to Disney Springs. We'll shoot for a Guardians virtual queue at the 1 o'clock drop. see where that puts us in terms of when that would be recalled if we get it, and then we'll recalibrate the plan from there. All right, so we nailed the boarding group again. Estimated wait time 175 minutes. That's like 4 o'clock, so should work out. But we're not going to go directly to Disney Springs. For whatever reason, Epcot doesn't have a bus that goes directly to Disney Springs. You have to go to a resort first. And since I was planning on going to Animal Kingdom at some point today, I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge first. So this kind of change of plans worked out very well, because I was planning on trying to swing by Animal Kingdom Lodge today during my trip out to Animal Kingdom, because I think we maybe came and like checked this out, just kind of walked around when it first opened back when I was like coming with my family back in the day, but I don't think I've like been out here very much in recent years. So it is kind of weird and out of the way compared to the other resorts, much like Animal Kingdom itself, but definitely feels like a place I should visit more because it is beautiful. Didn't just come to Animal Kingdom Lodge for the views. Came here because there is a Disney food item that has been on my bucket list that I've wanted to try for a very long time. Like I said, this is a place you don't come to that often. It doesn't have like direct access to Animal Kingdom theme park like some of the other resorts do to their like nearby theme parks. So it's always kind of been out of the way to come here, but since I was just like having kind of a free day to do whatever I wanted, I thought now's the day. We gotta try them. We are talking zebra domes. Finally getting to try the real thing. We tried to make these at home one time on the channel and it was all-time disaster. One of the best videos we ever made. I'll either put some clips from that in here, or I'll put a link to the previous video somewhere around here. One or the other, but we're trying the real thing finally. The answer is no. Oh me, oh my. That looks like a mess. But we're gonna have to taste it. We didn't come this far to just look at them, so. Not exactly a healthy, wholesome breakfast this morning, but bone apple teas. I mean, it's not terrible. Alright, here we go. Right out of the gate. You can tell that's like 100 times better looking than whatever the heck it was we made that day. Corn apple teas. It's good. Definitely better than the zebra domes we made. Maybe a little overhyped. I don't know if they're the best thing the world I've ever had, but they're good. Really good. Zebra domes are good, but views are pretty sick too. I can see why people like this resort. Ooh, there's some giraffes over there. I wonder if we can get to where we can see them. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Would not be terrible to be staying in one of these rooms facing directly over the savannah. Little midday surprise. We got Goofy, Pluto, and Donald all hanging out in the lobby. That was a fun little pop-in, just getting to check out the lodge here. I wouldn't put it in my rankings of ones I would necessarily want to stay at. I mean, like I said, I would absolutely stay there, but it's not ahead of like Polynesian, Boardwalk. I mean, Boardwalk's my #1 of all time. Jessica didn't like Boardwalk as much as I did, but I think one of the things I factor in is ease of access to the parks. Like, Boardwalk is by far the easiest when it comes to accessing the parks and stuff like that. Polynesian, Contemporary, where you've got the monorail going right through, those are big on my list, the ones I'd like to stay at. And this one is so remote. Like, the fact that there's just like no So there should be a walkway or some alternate form of transportation to Animal Kingdom since it's Animal Kingdom Lodge, but there's not, so we'll do what we gotta do. All right, so it's officially 2 o'clock, so we can park hop. So the new plan is we're gonna head on the buses to Animal Kingdom. I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna make a park pass at Animal Kingdom for something later today, because at this point it probably won't be able to do a lightning lane till like 5 o'clock. So make a park pass there, go do my virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy, come back to Animal Kingdom. This is getting insane. This is zigzagging like crazy. Got a Kevin sighting. I went over here, they had like a kind of fun, somewhat decent roller coaster, and now it's just a fenced off dirt pit. We need something new. Animal Kingdom's desperate for some new attractions. Here's where we're at with the plans. Okay, so right when I got to Animal Kingdom, I got a notification that my Remy lightning lane had been canceled because Remy went down. So now I can go back to Remy at any point in time I want throughout the rest of the day if it reopens, but I can also book a new lightning lane. So when I got to Animal Kingdom, instead of having to delete the Remy one, I've got that stowed away for whenever that reopens. And now I've booked Flight of Passage for like 4:45. So we'll zig back over to Epcot for our Guardians virtual queue. Maybe be able to do Remy's really quick if it's open back up by the time we get there. Then we'll zig back here for Flight of Passage 4:45. This is a lot of run around zigging all over the resort just to avoid standing in lines. It's crazy, this big lagoon seating area is now just a place where people hang out and occasionally characters come by on boats. There's no show here anymore. Should bring back Kite Wars or whatever that was called. That was hilarious. But since we're here, before we head back out, maybe we head over to Everest. They do have single rider there, so maybe we can try to catch a quick ride on a single rider line on Everest real quick. I don't know if that sentence made full sense. Single rider worked out pretty good, 26 minutes on a posted 85 for standby. It actually worked out perfectly timing wise because it is about time for us to head back over to Epcot. Once again confirmed, it's still Christmas in Disney World. So another example of my insane looping today. There's a huge crowd that was waiting for the Epcot bus at Animal Kingdom. Not many for Hollywood Studios, and the Hollywood Studios bus showed up first, so I rode to Hollywood Studios with the idea that I will take the Skyliner to Epcot. I'm supposed to take it easy today. Alright, so our Guardians group hasn't been called yet, but I believe Ratatouille is back up, so we can use our bonus pass for that. So the lightning lane line stretches all the way back out of the new Ratatouille area. Standby is at 180. Guessing everybody is redeeming their earlier passes at the same time, which is screwing everything up, so we are going to skip that. So we are currently one group away from our boarding group getting called for Guardians of the Galaxy. Originally it was estimated it was going to get called at 4:40, or what did I say earlier? 4:40, that sounds right, maybe. Or 4:04, 4:05, I don't remember. But then it got bumped up. At one point it was all the way up to 3:58. But it's now estimated, right now it says 10 minutes, so like 5:09. So yesterday I was talking about how you have to have like lightning lane or whatever to be able to do anything here. Today, lightning lane, virtual queues, I've got it all. And I've ridden one thing all freaking day. It's been a fun day. I'm still having fun. I'd rather be here than just about anywhere in the world, but in terms of getting to actually do stuff today, I've not got to do much. All right, we have been summoned. Let's go do Guardians so that we can then go back to Animal Kingdom.
Here we go.
pretty sure we're supposed to have been teleported by now.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, we ask that you please stand inside the lighted ring at all times. Stand inside the lighted
Somebody's not inside the lighted ring, so we can't teleport. Ride, still a ton of fun. I do think, I said this last time we rode it, I think they've slowed it down though to combat like the motion sickness problems they're having with. We'll say the entire process from getting called for the virtual queue to going through the queue to getting on the ride was about an hour and a half, so it's like 6:30 now. Gonna head back to Animal Kingdom for our Flight of Passage Lightning Lane. They close at 8, so we gotta hustle to get back over there. Spaceship Earth. This is like the one good thing that came out of the 50th anniversary were the lighting effects they added to this. We've made it back to Animal Kingdom. Park closes in a little under an hour. So by the time we finish up a Flight of Passage, it will be closed and there will be no opportunities to do anything else here, but at least we've done the 2 feature attractions here. Wouldn't have minded to get a spin on Dinosaur, but we did the 2 big ones. I shouldn't say we've done the 2 big ones, I actually haven't gotten back to the park yet, so it's entirely possible we get back there and Flight of Passage is like down for maintenance or something like that, so fingers crossed that I didn't just jinx us. That was kind of good timing. Still Christmas on Avatar too. Not on Avatar, on Pandora. I haven't seen the sequel, so I forgot how all this works. Alright, so I still maintain that's just a more thrilling version of soaring. I had 3 ideas for what to do for dinner after that. If I got back over here early enough, I was going to go to here to Sotuli Canteen, which is by far the best quick service on property, but it's too late for that. Option 2 was going to be go to Disney Springs, find somebody over there, hang around. But I think at this point in the day, I don't have the energy for that. I don't have the stamina left to do a Disney Springs experience, so we're gonna go with Plan C, which was a plan from last night. We're gonna grab a bus over to the Polynesian and get those pork nachos I wanted to get last night. I hope. That's the plan for now, at least. Okay, here's what we've been waiting for, and definitely looks better than those nachos last night. It's more like a normal, different style potato chip than a tortilla chip looks like, so see how it goes. Don't have a taste. There's pineapple in there. Chips are really good. I haven't got any pork cut though. Back to the hotel room, calling it a night. Somewhat early, it's only like 9:30 right now. Could have jumped over from the Polynesian to Magic Kingdom, maybe try to get 1 or 2 things in, but the way this day has gone, I just felt like, let's call it a day, let's go back to the room. Need to rest and recharge and continue to prepare for Sunday anyway. I kind of see me back there in the mirror, I just realized that. Weird day, just the lines were crazy, the zigzagging from park to park to park was crazy. Mostly my fault. I should have woken up and try to get a virtual queue for Guardians in like the early window. Because if I got Guardians done in the early part of the day, I wouldn't have had to zigzag back and forth between Animal Kingdom. Having to go back to do Guardians at like 5 o'clock, then going back to Animal Kingdom at like 6:37 to do Flight of Passage was all screwed up, and I mostly messed that up. The long wait times didn't help, but
my poor management didn't help either. Tomorrow, Saturday, the half marathon's going on. I won't be running in that though. I'm doing the full marathon this year. That's the only one I'm doing. Just got an alert earlier today though that because there's expected to be severe weather in the area starting around 9 o'clock, they've basically cut the half marathon course in half, and they're starting at 15 minutes early because they're trying to make sure everybody's off the course by 9 o'clock. So that sucks for the runners. I mean, these races aren't cheap. So to lose half your race, and especially if you're like somebody who's going to plan to kind of do it as a fun style and kind of take your time and get the character meet and greets, get the character pictures and stuff like that, you're going to be rushed along a lot faster than you normally would. That's just got to suck for those people. And one of the worst parts of it is they put the updated course map. If it was like last year, the half marathon went, starting at Epcot, goes down to Magic Kingdom, loops through Magic Kingdom, comes back, and then kind of loops low through Epcot and back to the finish line. They cut the Magic Kingdom part out this year, and love Epcot, but you don't get the castle photo op in your race that you paid all this money for. I would not be happy about that if I was a half marathoner. Hopefully that's all out of the way by Sunday when we go for the full marathon. Hopefully the weather doesn't affect my plans too much tomorrow, because like I said, I like this hotel. It's much better than what I did on my previous trip, but don't necessarily just want to sit in the room all day tomorrow because it's storming and I can't go out anywhere and do anything. So we'll see what the weather's like, and we'll figure it out from there and see what we're going to do tomorrow. I just got my first shout out for somebody random in the streets being like, Blink-182, man, love Blink-182. So shout out the guy at the cast member working at the gate at Animal Kingdom who said he's a big fan, said he likes the new album. I agree with you, dude. That's it for this one. I'm going to get an early night's sleep and try to rest up and start charging the batteries up for Sunday. Thank you for watching. There's going to be more to come from this trip and more to come on the channel as always. So make sure you're subscribed with the bell turned on for notifications so you never miss an update. Until the next one, enjoy your life.